Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna be doing my 10 and 11 week update, pregnancy update, not just like 10 and 11 weeks of my life. How were the past 10 and 11 weeks? No, we're gonna be talking pregnancy, obviously. I've been documenting my pregnancy. This is my third pregnancy in case you are new here. My name is Erica. Hello, hi. Would love if you'd subscribe. It's totally free and you can follow along with my antics on my YouTube channel. I usually vlog. It's mostly about motherhood because that's my life right now. And I'm here to give you a pregnancy update. So today I am 11 weeks and 3 days. 11 weeks and 3 days today, which is kind of early in my 11th week to be giving an update. But again, when you are bringing another life into this world and all of a sudden you have many kids, you take what you can get, you take the time you can get. Jeff took the boys out grocery shopping and then he's gonna go to his parents' house. And so I was like, now's the time. Now's the only time I have to sit down uninterrupted and film this pregnancy update for you. So some cool things happened these past 2 weeks. Thought it would be really awesome to share. Let's go back now to the beginning of 10 weeks. I wrote 10 weeks, 3 days, threw up in the evening. So that was the second time I had thrown up. I had a day during my 9th week where I threw up like all day. This was the second day that I had experienced actually throwing up, right? The other day that I just felt nauseous. I wrote queasy in the afternoon, but not overly nauseous, which was a little weird that I then threw up. I said, felt so gross at night. Really nauseous right before I fell asleep. So that's been a reoccurring theme pretty much every single day for the past 2 weeks. I felt so nauseous and so gross at night specifically. Every day I find that for more and more time during the day, I feel pretty good. Like, you know, I would say 2 weeks ago, I started feeling gross at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And now I actually don't start feeling gross until like 5 or 6, which is super, super nice. But the evenings have been super rough and like just not pleasant. Especially feeling so incredibly nauseous right before you're about to fall asleep is kind of strange. Luckily, once I fall asleep, like if I wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes I'll feel a little nauseous, but for the most part, it tends to go right away. I wrote 10 weeks, 4 days, napped in the afternoon, found that if I do that, I don't feel as nauseous at night. So what's really nice is I think it was for week 10, Jeff was home. It was the holidays. I think that was week 10. All the weeks are a bit of a blur. I'm able to nap in the afternoons if Jeff is home, or if it's just me and Theo and we're watching TV, I can close my eyes for a little bit and I tend to feel a whole lot better in the night. Ice pops at night, like little hand emoji. They're the best. So I did not crave ice pops in either of my other pregnancies, but ice pops at night have been saving my butt when I feel like, when I've eaten dinner and I feel full, but I also feel like I need to like satiate this part of my appetite that like hasn't been fulfilled, but I'm also feeling nauseous. Like ice pops are the way to go. I'm not feeling thirsty all the time and not feeling super hungry like before. So this was a note. I definitely want to make a whole video on this because this pregnancy has been really interesting in that there have been like clear things that have been very different from my previous 2 pregnancies. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. Like, and I know every pregnancy is a little bit different, but these things have just like stood out to me. So I'm not getting that like super thirsty all the time feeling, which I thought was kind of weird. 11 weeks. 11 weeks. So 11 weeks was when I turned 11 weeks. 11 weeks was when I turned 11 weeks. That is just some philosophy for you. No, I had my Zoom meeting with my OB nurse on the day I turned 11 weeks. That's what I was trying to say. She was so sweet, so kind, and it was so lovely to meet with her. And we talked through a bunch of like pregnancy protocol, like all stuff that when you get to your 3rd pregnancy, you're like pretty familiar on, and like it's all really routine stuff. But it is just nice to like go through it, and it's just nice to have like a little bit of you time where like you are talking about yourself and like your pregnancy, and like every pregnancy is so special. So it's so nice to like have a moment where I actually had to like talk about it with another person and like it's a main focus, right? Because, you know, every other hour of the day is all about the other kids and stuff. So that was really lovely. That was really nice. We chatted about genetic testing. So this was the big one. This was like the big thing for the day that I turned 11 weeks. The company that my practice was originally using, they are no longer using anymore. They're using a new company. And this new company said, like states that you have to wait until you're at least 10 weeks to get the genetic screening, the NIPT test. And so I was 11 weeks, which was great. And, you know, like filled out all the consent forms and stuff. And she put that order in. And so when we were done chatting, I drove myself over to the lab and got my blood work done for the NIPT. Yay, yay. So that is done. Fingers crossed, just praying that everything is healthy with the baby and that the baby looks good and that there are no issues. And then we will know the sex of the baby. I don't know. So with the other company, once they received my blood, they sent me an email saying like, oh, we received your test sample, and like once we have your results, we'll email you. And like I created a little login. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Created a whole little login and like was able to see my results and stuff like right away, which was great. The nurse's office called me anyway, but it was also just nice to like see ourselves. I don't know if they're gonna do that this time because I did get a text that like the lab sent out the blood work, but I never got an email or anything from the actual like NIPT company. So I'm not sure if it's going to be an instance where the company is going to reach out and I'll get to create a login and see my results and stuff, or if the nurse is just going to get the results herself and then call me, because that's what it sort of sounded like when she was explaining it to me. So in that case, I'm a little, I think a big question, like a question that I get from, at this current moment in time when I'm filming this, I have not told the internet yet that I am expecting, although we are planning on doing it in the next day or so, which is very exciting and can't freaking wait. But we have told a lot of friends and family, first question, well, not the first question, but like, you know, third or fourth question is usually, oh, are you going to find out whether you're having a boy or a girl? And yes, we're going to find out. Big question. Yes, of course, we're going to find out. I have no chill, no patience, and like, I just need to know. But I don't think I want to find out just like on the phone. So what I'm thinking is if that's the only way we're gonna get the results, I might ask if she can email me the results and do it that way, or I'll just say no and wait. I have a 13-week appointment coming up, not this week, but next week. And I'm sure I could have the doctor or nurse write it in a card and like seal it up. I'm undecided about like how I want to find out, but I just know that like, I don't think on the phone is how I want that revealed to me, you know? All went fine. I was amazed at how much blood work they had to do. They took 15 vials of blood. 15. I was shocked. And I actually bruised, which I don't know if you, it's still pretty bruised up. You know, this lab that I go to is interesting. Like, they're the only lab that have never had an issue finding my veins. But this appointment, for some reason, there was a little bit of an issue, and so she was sticking me on this side, and she could not do it. So she stuck me on this side. Luckily, she was able to do it because she had to take so much blood. But again, here's to hoping that like everything comes back just fine and that everything's good. So 11 weeks was also the day that I talked to my endocrinologist, found out that I need to go back on levothyroxine. Big moment, totally cool with it. I trust my endocrinologist. I think he did a really great job with my last pregnancy. I was on levothyroxine with Theodore when I was pregnant with him, and everything ran super smoothly. I had blood work done when, you know, postpartum, and then subsequently thereafter, and everything like kept coming back fine and normal, so I wasn't on any thyroid medication. But once I got pregnant, he had said, we had talked about like a third baby back like when I was like 6 weeks postpartum, and he said, when you get pregnant again, call me, we'll probably have you go back on the medication. And so that's what I did. And yeah, he put me back on, I think it's like 50 mg of levothyroxine, and started taking it for the past few days, and it's pretty straightforward. One little pill a day and we're good. In addition, also still taking my prenatal, still taking the Nature Made one, which I will link down below. Really appreciate that it's only 1 pill a day because again, the pregnancy brain is still really intense. Pregnancy brain fog, still like a huge thing. And I just don't foresee it like getting any better. And I think a big part of that has to do with the fact that like I just have other I just have other kids and like there's other things going on. I'm keeping track of like my preschooler and his schedule, and I've got a toddler who's like toddlering really hard right now, and like there's just so much going on that I don't foresee like more clarity coming to me anytime soon. Anyway, it's all good. I'm really happy about that. I didn't write anything else down for 11 weeks because I think like it's just been more of the same, which I think personally I'm like, good. It's more of the same, that's fine. I will say that I've definitely noticed like I'm bloating more at night. So at night I look like 20 weeks pregnant. I'm very big. When I wake up in the morning, a lot of that is gone. And I don't really look pregnant. So take that as you will. That's like pretty standard. And that's really it. That's the pregnancy updates for week 10 and 11. It's been a really great ride this past 2 weeks, and it seems kind of wild to think that like the next time I update you, we could possibly know the sex of the baby. It's really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to knowing. I think everyone's really excited and looking forward to knowing, like friends and family. Also super pumped to know that like the next time I update you guys, y'all will probably know in real time, which is so exciting. So once I tell everyone in real time, I'm going to try to pump out these videos as quickly as possible. That way we can all catch up and like be on the same page. That way I'm not like 11, no, I wouldn't be 11 weeks. That way I'm not like 15 weeks uploading a 10-week pregnancy update. You know, like I just like doing it in real time. It makes me feel like more connected and like just helps my brain too, like with organization. Okay, show you a little bump shot and then we will tie this up. Okay, so that's the little baby bump. Not a nothing right now, but super cute. All right guys, thanks for hanging out with me these past 2 weeks. If you have any video requests, I definitely want to do like a first trimester essentials video. I think I've done some in the past. It would be nice to do an updated one, as well as like I mentioned that like comparing my first trimester and my third pregnancy to like my other two, just because there have been some like noticeable differences. If you have any other ideas or requests, definitely leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.